Hi Virgo, welcome to your September 2024 reading. So this is going to be a general spread. Keep that in mind. Happy birthday. At the end, I think I'll pull a few extra angel or oracle cards. Let's see what I'm feeling up for. But yeah, this is going to be a general spread. Keep that in mind. If you want a personal reading, I'll leave my information and prices below. But otherwise, take what's meant for you. We'll leave the rest. All right, let's get into this. I'm super curious because I've done a few readings before you guys, and they're all eerily similar. And I feel like we're all kind of we're all experiencing the same stuff. Let's put it that way. All the same craziness, all the same intensity. I mean, it's definitely very restrictive. There's lots of change happening though. Keep that in mind. It is happening. I feel like the next 2 months, September, October, craziness. Like in a good way though, it needs to happen. We want the change. Let's go. Let's rip the Band-Aid off. There's an eclipse happening this month. So let's see what's happening for you guys for your birthday. I hope you guys are doing well. I know it's been a minute since I've been back. A lot has happened for me as well. Messages for Virgo that would be helpful for September, for navigating September. All right, 7 of Cups. I like this card. Crossed by Temperance. Okay, I mean, all right, it's already starting to have similar vibes of other readings. I mean, we're all kind of in this. We're ready to go. We're ready for movement. We're in the Nine of Swords. We're annoyed. We're frustrated. We're unable to be at peace because I feel like we all can feel something coming. It's 5 of Pentacles. We all are feeling the crunch as well, the financial crunch. And it spills over to other things when it comes to our stability. But keep in mind, you know, Uranus is in Taurus. This is meant to be, our foundations are meant to be stirred up and changed. Wow, bottom of the deck, the Fool, changed. For sure, for the better. You have a lot of, I feel like, I want to just say good karma coming back to you. So when you make your birthday wishes this year, be very intentional. Take some time, get some clarity, do a little meditation. Relax your mind when you set your intentions for this upcoming year. I feel like it's a wonderful time to have some really far-reaching goals. And as bad as finances might seem for some of us, or feeling a lack in some sort of way or another, I feel like it only goes up, especially into 2025. We're in for some turbulence though, but we get to our destination for sure. It's just a little bit of a wait here, a little bit more of a wait than we would have liked. My goodness, are we all, I mean, we're all experiencing the same thing. I mean, we're not ignorant. We see what's going on. As a reader and as somebody that feels it in my own life, seeing the Hangman there, it's not super lovely, but it's coming up and it's saying there's some sort of illumination also coming. There's some sort of aha moment. We're all kind of being held in suspension for a purpose, I believe. And I've talked a lot about this previously on my channel if you've heard me before. And this is kind of about what the transformation's about. And some people call it, you know, to the 5th dimension, or, you know, just the awakening. I mean, really what it is, I feel a lot of us are being called to look within, to do a lot of house cleaning, and to figure out kind of why we're here, our true purpose, what we want to be doing in our lives. And it's not like the slaving away, the 9 to 5. If you're there, that's fine. But, you know, there's a part of us that are limitless, creative, amazing, you know, souls that want to express ourselves and want to have their freedom to be able to do this. And we have this Temperance crossing you, and it's not a punishment because it's right under the 7 of Cups. It's really kind of figuring out your truth. I mean, when I look at the 7 of Cups, it's kind of like Take off the mask, take off the facade, take off the illusion. Like, what is really there? So it reminds me of the scene of Indiana Jones when he's choosing the chalice. I mean, it might not be obvious. It may take us a moment to kind of have that clarity within, that knowingness within, to go, aha, this is what really matters to me in my life. And it's crossed by temperance. It's like weighing the options. When you temper something, the good, the hot, the cold, and you bring them together and you find this after some juggling and some time, you know, what that center is. And it's interesting, in the temperance card in this deck, in the center of her heart, she has this kind of keyhole here. I'm being drawn to the triangle, and I'm seeing like the masculine energy. And this, to me, the message that immediately came to me, like wanting to actually be able to execute something, to be able to do something, to be able to move forward with something. So I don't know if you're feeling like you're not able to move forward with something. You're right on the cusp, though. There's something about the emotional suit, and this might be affecting the mind. There might be something that you're so passionate about, or that you are, maybe you're not getting to the point where you're actually, when you're manifesting, you're feeling the feelings of it actually being actually possible. So it's just like, I hope this happens one day, but like not allowing yourself to invest in that emotion. If that's the case for some of you, I would invite you to really believe in yourself. To take it there, to take it to imagining what it would be like when it actually happens for you, because there's some sort of, there's a figuring out happening here. There's a figuring out how to go about something, how to move forward with something, but feeling a little bit, I mean, this is just part of the collective right now. We're all kind of feeling the pinch, the squeeze. Some of you might have been also, this is a strange, specific question, message, and I know this is a general reading, so take it or leave it. Some of you might have been having car issues. I feel like last month. I think you figure things out, though, this month. And it works out for the better. You might actually be able to use this. Some of you might be able to use this for your work as well. That's only for a few people. Okay, moving forward, 10 of Wands in your position of power. Let go of the baggage, let go of the burdens in your life, let go, trim the fat. You know, if something's not really important, you might need to let go of, who was I saying this for? Libra, I think. You know, like there's defaults at an all-time high, and we're going to be focused on finances, I feel like, on the world stage over the next few months. It's going to be front and center. It's a very, very fragile house of cards, and that's part of Uranus and Taurus, what we're going through. It needs to kind of restructure and crumble. So some of you can let go of, like, if you've made money on like the tried and true stocks, you know, the S&P 500 in the US. Now would be, and this isn't financial advice, but there's a changing of foundations, and there's a changing of the guards. So just for an example, this is what somebody else did, like Nvidia, like the CEO sold, I don't know how many millions of shares, 50 something million, like over the last 2 months. This is a time where I feel like unexpected things could rise, and inversely, like tried and true, like the old way. I mean, essentially is what I'm seeing here, the old way being restructured. So just be careful is what I'm saying, essentially. I think this message is more so for people that might have been like waiting for something to take off. It actually takes off. If there's any baggage, though, cut that. And that kind of applies to life. Unfortunately, a lot of us are, I want to say, like, I don't want to wish this on anybody, but like moving away from certain friend groups, or moving away from certain connections. I feel like it's almost like don't fight it, just leave it. Maybe they come back around. But there's something about moving in a new direction. I feel like you are focusing on yourself this month, and I do feel like numerologically, even if you believe in numerology, look up your age this month. Like, what does that mean for this year? What is the vibration that you're holding for this year? I think that's going to be important and something to take into consideration when it comes to like, what am I finding out about myself? What am I mastering this year? And the Fool here, because there's a new beginning. This is why I'm saying this. And there's an element of, I feel like fearlessness and also opportunities presenting themselves. And you're at the point, because you took the time, the Seven of Cups, to think about what was important, what you wanted. And maybe you had to just sit with that and not be able to access that or execute that or take action on it. And once that door opens, which is saying it will, I mean, the Hangman, it will happen. You're just kind of in suspension right now. There is something coming towards you here, the Four of Cups. I mean, this is unexpected, and this is going to create some sort of emotional response. Like, this is what it feels like when it finally arrives. It's going to feel like kind of scales rebalancing, like some of my good karma coming back to me. And it's not like I deserve this. This is just, it's like, yes, this is right. The Fool, yeah, it's such an obvious yes. And Spirit here again is encouraging you to chase your dreams. I mean, underneath his umbrella here, it's the stars. It's about destiny. It's about, you know, that gravitational pull in a direction. Yeah, the only thing hindering right now, I feel like, is finances, not opening that door. The Lovers, a choice, a new path. I mean, this is restriction. We're all kind of going through it. Expect things to slowly unfold. I'm very curious what happens with these eclipses. You know, this whole second half of the year, I feel like like, I don't know how to describe this. All I'm seeing in my mind's eye is like a madman, like in the middle of a hurricane, screaming, like half dressed, like with shorts on or something, like just kind of riding out the craziness. There's static in the air. We can all feel the change happening or coming. And it's just kind of going with it and like laughing in the rain a little bit, because we're all in it. We're all ready for the change. We've all had enough. Yeah, Ten of Swords, we've all had enough for sure. Ready for the change. Here we go. It's going to happen fast, it's saying. It's going to happen fast for you. So this feeling now and in the near future, it's going to be temporary. It's just getting ready to shift. I mean, this is the Ten of Wands. It's lovely because it's like we're unloading something. And I feel like definitely listen to an astrologer. I feel like it's kind of gonna help you navigate this month a little easier, to know when you'll be kind of in this Ten of Wands, like it's feeling heavy, and kind of have to surrender and let it all go and not feel like I need to control everything. I feel like the only thing you can control this month is your vision about what is singing in your heart, essentially, or what that cup filled and receiving it feels like. What does that feel like? You know? Ooh. Okay. Let's clarify this a little bit. Well, the Justice card wanted to pop out. What's this Fool about? The Two of Cups. Balance returning, healing returning, harmony. Oh, especially when it comes to finances. Who just got this? Libra got the Ten of Pentacles as well. I mean, again, yeah, this goes back into Uranus and Taurus, where the earth underneath our feet feels unstable, and it's coming back in and making it more stable. I mean, Uranus is kind of a jerk. It's not so sweet to experience, but I feel like the end result of what we're going through, I mean, it's like more abundance. And I was saying this to some of the other signs. I mean, we're entering kind of this age of Aquarius, fifth dimension, aligning with the heart. Who was it? Yeah, Elon Musk was saying, you know, we won't be having universal basic income. It'll be universal high income with AI, but also just the way things are going. A good example is like Saudi Arabia. The citizens get money from, they're all millionaires because they get a bit of oil money. You know, their resources are divided amongst their people. There's things like this coming. We see it kind of happening with BRICS. We see, you know, commodities, you know, reevaluation of the currency. Again, this is part of Uranus and Taurus happening. And it's saying it's going to affect you. So maybe you're making wise investments. Maybe it's finally paying off, and it leads you to be able to make some awesome decisions for your personal growth and happiness and purpose in this life. Definitely change is coming. When I see black and white, white adds up to 11 numerologically, black does too. 1111 to me is always positive change, divinely guided change towards more stability, long lasting. This is generational wealth. You could be making some really freaking fantastic decisions financially this month, and it might not seem like that. This is the worst advice, but I feel like it's the best advice for now. Trust your gut. I mean, that's part of like the crazy world. I mean, you have tickers that are following like the inverse of like what Jim Cramer says, you know, and they're making lots of money. So you can't necessarily go on, you know, research. I mean, I guess you can to some extent. It's just harder. Anyways, let's wrap this up. Message. I feel like a different card. You know, I've been reading from the Shaman Oracle, and I haven't really been feeling it that much. It's not my favorite deck. So let's pull one. Let's go with the Starseed Oracle for you guys. Maybe we'll do one more. Message for the sign of Virgo that would be helpful for their birthday month. Helpful for this new trip around the sun for Virgo. Messages for Virgo, please. Activated earth, power places, ley lines, trust where you're led. All right, let me read it. Says ley lines are invisible pathways on the land along which energy travels. They can be sensed when we tune into them with our subtle senses. Also known as spirit paths, they've been compared to the meridian system of the body used in Chinese medicine, and they link sacred sites, stone circles, burial mounds, and places of worship worldwide. In Australian Aboriginal culture, song lines were the paths traveled by the creator being as they made the land and sea during the dreaming. These paths were recorded in the traditional songs and dances of the people, allowing them to access information about the land's history and to travel safely across great distances. Many people believe that as we visit such sacred points on earth, something is activated within us. Some also believe that by connecting with the land with devotion at these sacred places, something is activated within the planet too. Are you being called to travel to a sacred place that your soul remembers, or to tend the land that you live on, to honor and acknowledge the known and unknown keepers or nature spirits of that land? As you connect with the earth and honor its keepers, the land opens up more fully to hold you. The fruits provide more nourishment, and the guardians watch over you. Yeah, this is an interesting card. This is something I learned studying with medicine men and shamans in South America for a decade. And every piece of land has its own guardians. Every area sure does. It's real. But to me, when I'm seeing this, you don't need to travel anywhere. You can just connect with the earth under your feet, where you're at, wherever you're at, even a small little parcel in the park. Any little bit of grounding will neutralize, will harmonize your body, will harmonize your mind. I always like to think of like the cross section of a blade of grass. If you Google it, it looks like a million little smiles. So Google a cross section of a blade of grass. It'll make you smile next time you put your feet on some grass, because you don't really need to go anywhere, in my opinion. You can go anywhere, like traveling astrally or in your mind as well. You don't actually physically need to be there, but if you feel called to do so, definitely travel is a wonderful tool for growth. Beautiful. Let's get one more while I'm here. Let's get one from the Osho Zen Tarot. These are a little bit more philosophical. He's a crazy guy, but he's a smart one. I like his energy. One message that would be helpful for the sign of Virgo for this month. I'm flipping over existence. Let's read it. The commentary. This naked figure sits on the lotus leaf of perfection, gazing at the beauty of the night sky. She knows that home is not a physical place in the outside world, but an inner quality of relaxation and acceptance. The stars, the rocks, the trees, the flowers, fish, and birds, all are our brothers and sisters in this dance of life. We human beings tend to forget this as we pursue our own private agendas and believe we must fight to get what we need. But ultimately, our sense of separateness is just an illusion manufactured by the narrow preoccupations of the mind. Now is the time to look at whether you are allowing yourself to receive the extraordinary gift of feeling at home, wherever you are. If you are, be sure to take time to savor it so it can deepen and remain within you. If, on the other hand, you've been feeling like the world is out to get you, it's time to take a break. Go outside tonight and look at the stars. Existence says you are not an accident. Existence needs you. Without you, something will be missing in existence and nobody can replace it. That's what gives you dignity, that the whole existence will miss you. The stars and the sun and the moon and the trees and the birds and earth, everything in the universe will feel a small place is vacant, which cannot be filled by anybody except you. This gives you tremendous joy, a fulfillment that you are related to existence, and existence cares for you. Once you are clean and clear, you can see tremendous love falling on you from all dimensions. Beautiful. Yeah, I think we're all kind of going through this process of remembering who we are. Despite all the conditioning, despite all the difficulty, really forced to surrender. Yeah, if you haven't made time to look at the stars lately, definitely do so. All right. Well, I hope you guys have a wonderful birthday or had a wonderful birthday. Happy birthday, if so, if it's already passed. I think I'm going to end it here. Beautiful reading, guys. I hope this was helpful. Again, if you have specific questions, I'm happy to answer those, and I'll leave my information below. All right, take care, Virgo.